Hi girls, in this particular video we'll be looking at the next topic, which is team goal setting. Okay, in sports psychology literature, there is an excessive emphasis on individual goal setting. Individual goal setting is rather a very huge topic when it comes to sports psychology, but here again, not much research has been carried out on team goal setting. This is partly also because goal setting is an individual event. Like many it is very difficult to kind of define team goals, because generally team goals tend to be very vague and precise, and there has also been several methodological issues in analyzing the results of the research done on team goal setting. But however, with the now advanced statistical packages and other things, there has now a large interest in this particular area of team goal setting. Okay, so when I talk about goal setting and we look at the nature of goals and goal setting, athletes can have many different types of goal orientation. Now we are going to be looking at three major goals. One is what we call as the outcome goals. In outcome goals, the focus is on the outcomes. This is based on social comparison. Like this is how a particular performer performs in relation to another player. So here the process is not important. The major focus is on the outcome. Like the ultimate goal is to win the game. So let's say a particular player puts in 100% of effort and does not win the game, then he's still considered a failure. So but sometimes the other thing can happen as well. Like for example, it can be a game of chance and the person might not have been his best but still could have won the game. So here the focus is the entire training goes into winning the game. The second thing is performance goals. Performance goals are based on self-comparison, and there you see a sharp distinction between outcome goals and performance goals. Here we are trying to focus on the person's individual's performance and how he is improving his own performance from that of the previous performance, and here there is not much of a thrust on the outcome per se. Process goals again is focused on the skills that need to be performed during a competition. So during a competition there are certain things that the person will have to follow for him to achieve certain outcome. And like let's say a player has to complete a certain set of passes during a hockey game, and whether he is able to perform all the skills that are required for the game. So these are what we call as the process goals. So irrespective of the nature of goals, one thing that is very, very striking is that goal setting produces positive benefits. So again, there are different conceptualizations on how goal setting works, but we are now looking at the most famous Lock and Latham's conceptualization, or he rather gives a very mechanistic view of how goals work. Okay, so once a person sets a goal, okay, it increases someone's effort towards the requisite behavior. Like for example, let's say the goal is to win an Olympic game. Okay, that is like for example, let's say he's an athlete, he wants to win a medal. So now to win a medal, this person will have to now which means he needs practice with running. So now he is going to now focus on the skills that are required for winning that particular goal. So the first thing is it increases someone's effort towards the requisite behavior that is necessary for achieving the particular goal. And once initiated, we need persistence. Sometimes this is the major problem, not just in sports psychology but many contexts, like even in educational settings. So sometimes it's very easy to get the person to start something, but then the person may not sustain motivation. So reminding the person of the goals can also increase the person's persistence. That is, he can persevere with this goal. Okay, so it may not look like let's say he wants to finish a 200-meter track in, say, so 50 seconds or whatever. So now he says, okay, it's not happening. Then again he keeps trying till he reaches that established goal. The third thing is it directs performance attention to the important elements of the performance. So let's say he's playing a hockey game or he's playing a football game. What are the important aspects of the game that he needs to look into for him to be able to achieve a goal? Like, for example, let's say he wants to be ranked as one of the top players. Now what is that he has to do? So what are the important aspects of that particular performance that he needs to look into? So that kind of attention is possible when a person has a definitive goal in mind. And it also fosters development of new learning strategies. Like he may learn tips from coaches, or he may be seeing somebody else playing that particular game, and probably he is not good at that skill initially, but then he thinks that learning that skill may help him to perform it, and therefore take him closer to the goal. So therefore he may learn these new strategies. So these are the major effects of goal setting. Like how goals work means it these are the ways through which goals work. Okay, this is very familiar to all of you all. The important aspects of goal setting, as you all know, it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. You cannot forever keep, if let's say achieving an Olympic medal is a goal, you cannot be doing it for 10 years. You cannot keep following like that. So you need to say, okay, within sometimes making a statement like this, I would walk 30 minutes each day for 5 days a week for the next 3 months. So when you make a statement like this, you know that whether you can achieve it, whether you have measured the duration. Like, for example, if it's 30 minutes each day, then the behavior that is involved is walking and not running, and then you have again specified that it will be for 3 months. So make it very specific, and that is how you can also do it. You can say, okay, I said I will be walking 5 days a week for 30 minutes. How many days in a week have I actually walked? So you are also giving an indication as to how much, what was your stated expectation, and what have you actually done. So that way you are able to measure your goals as well. So it is important that goal setting is very specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. You can have both short term and long term goals, and evaluation and feedback is very, very important, whether it is during a practice session or a competitive situation, wherein just one round of the game is over, you come back to the coach or you come back to the team, and then you discuss with the team as to what went wrong. You take some kind of evaluation messages back, and then go back into to the team to execute what you have received as feedback. Okay, so as I told you, there have been problems with group goal setting. Group goals are found to be more vague and imprecise than team goal setting, and this is true with respect to both the nature of the goals and the time frame for their accomplishments. And team goals endorsed during practice were performance goals, where goals endorsed during competition is a balance of both outcome, performance, and process goals. Okay, now this is a protocol for implementing the team goal setting program. This is an intervention program which was designed by these people in the year 2006, which seem to have shown very promising results, which is based on these 4 principles and implemented over 3 stages. Like for example, in the first stage of the protocol, the rationale for goal setting program and the setting of team goals are discussed and carried out with the team. So now the team members will have to arrive at a consensus on what they want to do. Like somebody cannot say that we need to improve on timing, or somebody can say no, it is not the timing, we need to improve on the coordination. What is that they have to they'll have to select team goals, and they'll have to establish the time frame within which they will do it and how they will do it. And then once all of this is set, then the coaches remind the players of their team goals in the second stage. This is done either verbally or by posting the team goals in a visible location in a locker room. And the third stage is when the goal evaluation and the feedback occurs. So this particular intervention program was implemented in a season-long team goal setting intervention with female high school basketball players, where teams were randomly assigned to either experimental or a control condition. And previous research had indicated that team goal setting had been identified by athletes as being the most effective in their team building programs. And the results of this season-long intervention indicated that teams in the experimental condition had higher perceptions of team cohesion at the end of the season than the teams in control conditions. So basically, working together as a group, having a common consensus on what needs to be done and how it needs to be done, and also getting continuous and timely feedback on whether what has been planned has been carried out effectively. If not, what were the barriers and how to overcome these obstacles need to be identified then and there, and then reworked on for effective performance. With this, we come to the end of this video. Thank you.